Hey everybody, you're probably wondering why I'm starting out this video showing my cat. Al Red Sox fan, this is for you. You wanted to see the kitty? There she is, Tabby. She's very playful around all of my stuff. Got my payoff pitch charts here, and Tabby's all ready to get going here. She's kind of laying in where I sit actually, so I need to get her moved out of the way and get going here. And while I'm at it, I thought I would, not that anybody really cares, but somebody did ask me one time about my setup. This is my little tripod that I use. So when I'm playing the game, I have to, when I'm rolling the dice, I have to go around that. And the phone just kind of fits right in this little holder right here that I can shift either up or down and move it from one way or the other. Got my score sheet here, my cards here. I've got the visiting team bullpen and bench over here. Got the home team bullpen and bench over here. And there's the visiting team pitcher and home team lineup. Visiting team lineup, home team pitcher, stadium card, and score sheet with my dice. And my little backboard to try to keep the dice from rolling all over the place. So there you go, Al Red Sox fan, that one is for you. I'm going to go ahead and pause the video, put the phone back in the stand in my little tripod thingy, and we'll go ahead and get going with this final game in the opening day of Pop 10, the Payoff Pitch 10-team league. And it's going to be the Colorado Rockies and the Atlanta Braves from SunTrust Stadium, even though the ballpark card still says Turner Field. That was a typo by Joe that makes the game, and he understands that was a typo, and he will get that corrected next year. He assured me, though, the ratings are for SunTrust Park. All right, one moment. I'll get everything set up, and we'll be ready to go with first pitch right in just a second. Okay, we're set and ready to go. Look at our lineups for today's game. Gerardo Parra is in left, LeMahieu is at second, Blackmon's in center, Arenado's at third, Gonzalez is in right, Story's at short, Desmond's at first, Walters the catcher, and Freeland the pitcher. For the Braves, Inciarte in center, Albies at second, Freeman at first, Acuna in left, Markakis in right, Camargo at third, Flowers at short. Flowers catching, Swanson at short, and Tehran is on the mound. So we are all set to go. Final game in the opening day of this league. And then after this is over, after this game is finished, I will play the other games 2 and 3 of all the series offline, input them into the computer to get the stats, and then we will be ready for an off day after the third game. And then starting up in game 4, after everybody's had an off day, we'll have a new series started for all 5 teams. And I'll be playing a selected game from that. So right now we are ready to go. It is Gerardo Parra on the mound against Julio Tehran. And we get an 8. Let's pop this up just a touch. 8 and a 59. 8 and a 59. So 8 on Tehran is a ballpark card. 59 for a lefty is the in play for Parra. So we'll do in play. And it's a 23, so that's a base hit. In play 23 is going to be a single for Parra. Thought about stealing, but I think he's going to go ahead and just let the offense do what it does best, which is hit. We have a 7, which is tough, and that's an 0-7. That's a strikeout. So LeMahieu down on strikes. Brings up Charlie Blackmon. That's an 8, which is ballpark. 61, that's in play again for Blackmon. So we'll go to his in-play chart. And it's a 45, and it's barely a base hit, but it is. It is a base hit. And we will find out what kind of hit it is, because I forgot what the roll was. I know it was an 8 because it was ballpark, but I don't remember if it was 4-4 or 3-5. I think it was 3-5. So that's what I'm going to go with. And let's check the runner advancement. Whoops, wrong chart. Check the runner advancement. Runner at first. Lead die of 3. Either 3 or 4 is one base, so it didn't matter which one it was. It's going to be a one base advancement. So Blackmon singles, Parra will go to second base. Runners at first and second with 1 out. And the dangerous Nolan Arenado coming to the plate. 7 is Tough 51. Tough 51's out of range. 51 is a pop-up to third. Squeezed by Camargo. 2 down. And now it's up to Carlos Gonzalez if the Rockies are to break through here in the first. 6 is Tough 98. That's going to be a fly to right. And that's going to end the inning. Nothing doing for the Rockies. They get a couple of guys on, but can't get them across. We go to the bottom of the first. Colorado nothing, and the Braves coming to bat. Kyle Freeland, lefty, is on the mound. He'll be facing Ender Inciarte to lead off. 12 is Wheelhouse, and that's an 0-3, and that's a home run for Inciarte. Look at that. His Wheelhouse against lefty was only 1-5, but he found an 0-3, so Inciarte had 1 home run all season against lefties, and he just got one right here in his first game. How do you like that? The probability of that is not very high, obviously, but he did it. Here's Ozzie Albies. 7 is Tough 55 against a lefty. Tough 55, ground ball to first. 1 away. Brings up Freddie Freeman. 10 is Patient 27 against a lefty. That's a walk. So Freeman, a 1-out walk, and that brings up Ronald Acuna, rookie sensation. 3 is In Play 11. In Play 11 is a triple for Acuna against a lefty. He found a triple, and that's an RBI triple. And the Braves now lead it 2-0 here in the bottom of the first. And they're still threatening for more. Runner on third with only 1 out for Nick Markakis. Infield's in. Let's cut that run off. It is a 5, which is Tough 48. Tough 48 against Markakis against a lefty. Out of range. 48's a pop-up to second. And that's going to freeze Acuna right there. So 2 down for Johan Camargo. 6 is Patient 75. Patient 75 is out of range. It's ground ball to second, and that's going to end the inning. But it's a profitable one for the Braves. They pick up 2. Actually could have had more, but they got 2. And at the end of 1, it's the Braves 2 and the Rockies nothing. And I did want to... well, I'll do it later. Never mind. Unless I can remember it off the top of my head. I went through some YouTube videos on players that are in this little league where the pronunciations are not the most obvious. And I did mispronounce the Chicago White Sox catcher as Omar Narvaez. It's actually Narvaez is what I was told or heard on the broadcast. So I'm assuming the team broadcaster knows how to pronounce it. It's Narvaez. A couple other people. There is Elias, a pitcher from Seattle. So we can't walk with Elias like they do on the WWE, but it is a Ronaldo Elias, I believe is the first name, and the last name is pronounced Elias. And let's see if there are a couple of others. I can't think of them off the top of my head, so better not mess with it. But I keep going back to the game, and what we have now is Trevor Story against Tehran. It's a 5, which is In Play. 83, it's out of range. That's going to be a fly to center. And there is 1 away. And that brings up Ian Desmond. 9 is Patient 35. That's going to be a walk. So Desmond draws a 1-out walk. Stole 20 bases, but they're already down 2-0. I don't know if he wants to take the chance on that. Actually, Tehran does not hold runners very well, so he may do it. Tehran's a 9 hold rating. That's not good at all. And Desmond's a 4 on his steal rating. So we'll go to our jump chart, and we'll cross-reference. And since Tehran's a 9, he's way over here. And a 4, so that's going to take it to a 70, a 0 to 70, and he will get the attempt. So as long as we have a 70 or less, he will get the jump. And we do, so Desmond's going to attempt to steal. He is a B on his steal rating, and the arm rating for Flowers is a 4. So we go to our steal chart, and we are looking for the combination of B4, and that's the first column right here. So good chance, 18 to 99, he will steal it. 13, 17, he's caught. So anything above an 18, or an 18 and above, and Desmond will have stolen second base. And he does, so easy steal there for Desmond, as he is now aboard second base with 1 out for Tony Walters, the catcher. See if he can drive him in before we get to the pitcher Freeland. 6 is tough, 56. Tough 56 is out of range. 56 is a fly to left. That's 2 away. And that'll bring up Freeland, so the stolen base looks like it's going to be all for naught. Freeland is using pitcher hitting card number 3, so he's got this left-hand column. 10 is patient. 21, patient 21 is actually going to be a base hit. Look at that. 20 to 29 is a single. So 21 is a single, and he may have helped his own cause. Runner advancement. Desmond, with there being 2 outs, he's going to automatically score because his run rating is above a 6. It's an 8. So he will score automatically. Don't even need the chart. And how about that? Freeland helps his own cause with an RBI single. 2-out variety. Cuts the lead to 2 to 1. Here's Parra. 6 is tough. 63. And that's going to be a fly to left to end the inning. But the run does come across on the Freeland single. And we go to the bottom of the second. 2 to 1 Braves. Freeland proficient with the bat. Will now try to be proficient with his arm against the Braves. Here's Flowers. 7 is tough. 41. Tough 41 against the lefty is a strikeout. So maybe that base hit rejuvenated him. Here's Dansby Swanson. 8 is tough. 77. And that's going to be a fly to center for out number 2. That'll bring up Freeland's counterpart, Teheran, and he uses pitcher hitting card number 6, so he's even a better hitter. See what he can do. 8 is tough. That's not going to matter. Tough on a pitcher card pretty much is a guaranteed strikeout, as it is here. So we go to the third. Still 2 to 1 Bravos. And Teheran will come back out. He'll be facing DJ LeMahieu to start off for the Rockies. 5 is in play, 48. In play 48, just out of range. 48, it only goes to 45. So 48's a pop out to short. And there's a 1 away. Here's Charlie Blackmon. 4 is tough, 92. That is a ground ball to second. And there's 2 away. 2 up, 2 down for Arenado. 7 is tough, 98. That's a fly to left. And the Rockies go quietly in the third, 1, 2, 3. And we go to the bottom of the third, still 2 to 1. Teheran shutting down the Rockies in the third, keeping that lead of 2 to 1. Here's Freeland. He's back out there to face the top of the order, Inciarte, who had that rare home run his leadoff trip. 9 is in play, 41, and that's a base hit. Inciarte not scared of the lefties at all. He gets a base hit. He hit 268 against lefties, actually 4 percentage points better than against righties. So that's a single. So Inciarte 2 for 2. Now he stole 28 bases, so we'll see if he can get a jump. Freeland does hold runners well, though. It's a 4, and his steal rating is a 5, so he may not get the jump. 4 and a 5. It has to be a 0 through 39 to get the jump. So we'll try it out and see if he can get that jump. He does not. So since he does not get the jump, he will not attempt to steal. So Ozzie Albies will stand in. 11 is in play. 22. That's a base hit for Albies. Lead die of 5. For runner advancement, says 1 base plus choice. They're going to go ahead and, let's see, do we want to send him to third with nobody out? It's a dangerous proposition. We have to figure out where the hit went. So let's check out where the hit went. And we do that on the hit location chart on a single. We roll 1d10 and see where this went. So the hit location chart says it's a 1, says it's a sharp liner drops in front of the left fielder. So since it's in front of the left fielder, he's going to hold. So runners at first and second, nobody out for Freddie Freeman. Here come the Braves. 7 is tough. 24, that is a strikeout. So a big strikeout there to get Freeman. But now he's got to get Acuna, and Acuna tripled his first time up. 6 is patient. 07, that's a walk. It's going to load the bases. And he's definitely not out of the woods yet as Nick Markakis is coming up. Infield's at double play depth. They want to turn 2. 10 is patient. 37. That's a double right there. Look at that. 35 to 41. That's going to be a double. And with a 5 as a lead die, runner on first, it's a first choice again. So let's see how we're going to play this. Markakis, he doubles, which is definitely going to score Inciarte and Albies, no question about it. So Markakis with a 2-run double. And Acuna with only 1 out is going to go ahead and stop at third. That leaves him second and third, only 1 out. Infield's going to have to come in for Camargo. 9 is in play, 16, and that's a base hit. So that's going to score Acuna from third. We'll check on the Markakis chance. It's a lead die of 3, and a runner on second will score on a lead die of 3. So a 2-run single off the bat of Camargo. The Braves starting to blow this one open now. It is now a 6-1 ball game, and Freeland is going to have to come out of there. He just didn't have it today for whatever reason. And they're going to bring in the righty Scott Oberg. So Oberg is on as Freeland just didn't have it today. So that'll bring up Tyler Flowers with a runner on first and 1 out. Looking to turn 2. 7 is in play. 22, and that's another base hit. So the hits keep coming, and we'll check the runner advancement's a 2. Runner on first gets 2 bases. So there you go. And while we're at it, Miss Tabby is back again. There you go, Al, Red Sox fan. She's back up here trying to get at my charts. So, see if we can't get back in schedule here. We can get her to jump off the perch and let me get to what I need to do. Runners are at the corners. And here's Swanson, 8th man to bat in the inning. 3 is tough, 53, and that's another base hit. Swanson found it. And this is getting from the ridiculous to the sublime right now. It's a base hit there. Flowers, lead die 1, he only gets 1 base, so he's going to stop at second base. But it's going to bring up Tehran, number 9 hitter in the inning. Still only 1 out. It's an 8, which is tough, so that is a strikeout for out number 2. But now they're going to bat around as Inciarte, who led off the inning with a single, is back out with the runners at first and second and 2 outs. 5 runs already in. It's 7-1 Braves. 5 is in play. 30, and he's going to do it again. Inciarte, another hit. 30 is a base hit. And Flowers, lead die of 1 with the runner at second. He only gets 1 base. There are 2 outs, but he doesn't run as a 6, so at least I don't think he would as a catcher. No, he runs as a 5, so he does not get that boost. So the bases are loaded with 2 outs. And Ozzie Albies. Can Oberg get out of this mess? 5 is in play. 36. He will not. Ozzie Albies, another hit. So Albies with a single. Flowers will definitely score. Swanson, I believe he runs at a 6. And he does, so that's a he will score automatically. And Inciarte, who runs better than a 6, will get to third automatically. So a 2-run single for Albies. And here's Freddie Freeman. 8 is tough. 64 finally gets out of it. Ground ball to third. But the damage well done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 runs. It is 9-1 in favor of the Braves. And this game's not even at Coors Field. It's at SunTrust Park, but that hasn't made a difference. Braves came to hit. So Tehran can kind of cruise, it looks like, from here, and we know that Freeland's going to take the loss unless there's a miracle comeback of some sorts. I'm going to drop my dice. Tabby was trying to swat at them, so I have to hurry up and pick those up. Here's Gonzalez to lead off. It is a 7, which is tough, 99, and that is a fly to right. So while Colorado pitching is struggling, Tehran is cruising. 8 is ballpark, 90, that is the in play. So Trevor Story in play. 41, in play 41 will be a single. So at least gets a base hit, but not the big hit. Here's Desmond. 7 is tough, 0-3, that's a strikeout. So we struck him out for out number 2, brings up Tony Walters, the catcher. 7 is tough, 65. That's going to be a ground ball to short. And the inning is over. So nothing doing for the Rockies. And the sacrificial lamb, Scott Oberg, is still out there. He is set to lead off next inning, so they want to try to get an extra inning out of him. Here's Acuna to lead off. 6 is tough, 43. That's a strikeout. 1 away there. Here's Nick Markakis. 9 is patient, 0-2. That's a walk. So Markakis draws the walk. Here's Camargo. 6 is tough, 81. Tough 81's out of range. 81 is a fly to center. Out number 2. Tyler Flowers. 10 is ballpark. 57, that is in play for Flowers. 25, though, is a base hit. And we know it was a lead die of 5. So let's see, Markakis, I think, runs at a 6, so he gets 2 bases automatically. No, he runs at a 5, actually. But a run on first gets 1 base plus choice. You know what, with the big lead, they're just going to go ahead and hold him at second. Doesn't really matter at this point. Here is Swanson. 6 is tough, 95. Fly to left. Inning's over. But the Braves still have a laugher in hand, 9-1. And that's going to be it for Oberg, as his day is done in relief. They'll come up with a new relief pitcher next inning. Iran is out, and pinch hitting for the Rockies will be Ryan McMahon, no relation to Vince. Ryan McMahon will pinch hit here to start the 5th. Ryan McMahon. 9 is patient, 47. That is going to be a base hit for McMahon. So McMahon, leadoff single. Back to the top of the order for Gerardo Parra. 10 is patient, 55. That's a base hit for Parra. Lead die of 4 is a 1 plus choice, but down by so many runs, they're not going to take the chance. So runners are at first and second with nobody out. For LeMahieu, 3 is tough, 40. LeMahieu tough 40 is another base hit. So LeMahieu gets the base hit. Runner on second, lead die of 1, gets 1 base. So the bases are loaded with nobody out for Blackman. So here come the Rockies. Maybe they can mount a rally. 8 is ballpark, but it's a 99, so that is an in play for Blackman. 49 in play, just out of range. 49 is a pop up to short. Infield fly rule. One away for Arenado. 4 is tough. 50. Tough 50 is just out of range. 50 is a pop up to first. Another infield fly. So 2 outs on pop ups. Can't even score the run for the bases loaded. And here's Gonzalez. 9 is patient. 62. And Gonzalez finally comes through with a base hit. A 62 is a base hit. Lead die of 4. And actually runner on second, Parra. He runs at a 7, so he will get 2 bases automatically and score. So it's a 2-run single on the hit by Gonzalez, as McMahon from third will score and Parra from first will score. And LeMahieu, he runs at a 7, so he gets 2 bases. He will go to third. So runners are at the corners with 2 outs and 2 in. Lead is now 9-3. It's Trevor Story. 8 is ballpark. 53, that is again in play. 53. And a 55 in play is out of range. That's going to be a ground ball back to Tehran to end the inning. But 2 runs do come in for the Rockies. And we go to the bottom of the 5th. 9-3 Atlanta. New pitcher for the Rockies will be the long man, Antonio Senzatela. Senzatela is in. So Senzatela will be facing Tehran to start the bottom of the 5th. We get a 2, which is defense, and a 91. So we go to our chart. Defense 91 is the error rating of the left fielder. The left fielder in this case is Parra, and his error rating is a 5, which is the best you can have. So according to the stadium, 1 to 26 will be an error. Anything above 26, and he'll make the play. And he does. So it's a fly out to left. 1 away for Inciarte. 3 is ballpark. 95, that is in play for Inciarte. But it's an 83, and that's going to make it a fly to center. 2 away. I only had 4 spots listed here. I'm going to make 5 for Atlanta because of the way they're hitting. All right, here's Albies. 5 is patient. 93, though. That's going to be a fly to left. And miraculously, the Braves go down in order 1, 2, 3. So how about that for Senzatela? Break up Senzatela as he got the job done. So Tehran back out, and 6 is his fatigue inning, so this is probably his last go. Here's Desmond. 9 is patient. 90. That's out of range. That's a ground ball to short. 1 away. All right, here's Walters. 7 is tough. 59. Tough 59 is going to be a fly to left. 2 down for Gerardo Parra. 7 is tough. 0-1. That's definitely a strikeout. So Parra, I'm sorry, that wasn't Parra, my bad. That should have been a pinch hitter. I didn't have my pitcher holding card in place there. Should have been Senzatela, because he's trying to eat up some innings. He's batting card number 1. 7 was tough, so that's automatically a strikeout. That was Senzatela's at bat. Not bad. So nothing doing for the Rockies. Parra will lead off the next inning. All right, so that's going to probably do it for Tehran, as he goes 6 innings, and we'll definitely look to get the win. Here's Freddie Freeman. 5 is patient. 41. That's a walk. Lead off walk to Freddie Freeman. Brings up Acuna. 6 is tough. 49. Tough 49 is a strikeout. 1 away for Nick Markakis. 7 is in play. 84. It's a fly to center. 2 down. And that brings up Johan Camargo. 8 is tough. 09. That's a strikeout. So Senzatela bringing some stability back to the pitching of the Rockies as the Braves go down again. 1-2, well, not 1-2-3, but without incident, as they say. And now we need a new pitcher for the Braves here in the 7th. And with two lefties coming up, they're going to go to Sam Freeman. So Sam Freeman is on for the Braves. Sam Freeman. He will take over, and he'll be facing Gerardo Parra. Start the 7th. It's a 5. That's patient. 73. 73 is out of range. That's going to be a ground ball to short. One away, so I'm going to need a 5 for them too with this all this offense. Everybody's going to get 5 at bats, it looks like, or close to it. Here's LeMahieu. Hopefully I don't run out of time while I'm recording. 7 is tough. 60. Tough 60 for LeMahieu against a lefty. That is out of range. It's a ground ball to Freeman. 2 down. Fortunately, payoff pitch plays pretty quickly. There's Blackmon. 5 is patient. 15, that's a walk. 2 out walk to Blackmon. Down 9-3. You're not even thinking about stealing. There's Arenado. 9 is patient. 0-4. That's another walk. So back-to-back walks. And it brings up Carlos Gonzalez. 5 is patient again. 25. And 25 against the lefty is actually a triple for Carlos Gonzalez. 24-25 is a triple. He found it. And that's a 2-run triple for Carlos Gonzalez. And all of a sudden, it's a Dolly Parton 9-5 game. And now, Brian Snitker has to be a little concerned. Gets his bullpen going. Here's Trevor Story. 5 is patient. 81. Patient 81 is a fly to center. And that's going to be the 3rd out. 2 runs come in. 7th inning stretch time. Tabby the cat is chiming again, so I'm going to go see what she wants. I'm going to pause the video, come right back for the bottom of the 7th. Okay, finally got Tabby settled in. Here's Tyler Flowers to start the bottom of the 7th against Sensatella. 9 is in play. 0-2, and that's a double for Mr. Flowers. That'll bring up number 8 hitter Dansby Swanson. Ryan Flaherty's on deck. He's going to pinch hit for Freeman. 12 is Wheelhouse. 60. Wheelhouse 60 is a base hit for Swanson. Lead die of 6 on the runner advancement. Runner at 2nd. He scores. So Tyler Flowers will score. Make it a 10-5 game. And now Ryan Flaherty, the batter. It is a 5, which is patient 38. Patient 38 is a walk. So Flaherty with a pinch hit walk. 2 on, nobody out. And that'll bring up Inciarte. 6 is tough. 65. 65 is a ground ball to 3rd. Could be 2, but his double play rating is a 5. So it's going to be a fielder's choice. And let's see here on the fielder's choice if that's going to be to the bag or whether that's going to be over to 2nd. Let's see here. Let me pause the video until I figure this out. Alright, you can tell I'm playing too many games around here. I'm thinking of inside pitch is where you check for that. But this is simply a fielder's choice where they go to 2nd, so everything I can see in the rule book talks about that. So Swanson will actually go to 3rd, and Flaherty, the pinch hitter on 1st, is out 5-4 on the fielder's choice for out number 1. So runners on the corners. Here's Ozzie Albies. 4 is in play. 72. 72 is a ground ball to 2nd. That's a 4, so that will be a double play. 4.63 is both double play ratings are higher than that. So 4.63 double play ends the inning. Oops, 1 run. I put a 0 there. It's double 1. So it is actually a 10-5 game. We go to the 8th. And new pitcher for the Braves. That's all for Sensatella because he's coming out for a pinch hitter. Shane Carley is going to be the new pitcher for the Braves. And the pinch hitter for the Rockies is going to be David Dahl. He will hit third in the inning as he's scheduled to bat third. So a couple of changes here. Dahl pinch hits in the 8th. And I know it looks like a mess, but when I put it in the computer, it'll look beautiful. Carley pinching in the 8th. All right, so Carley is on. Facing Desmond. 8 is tough, 62, just out of range. 62 is a fly to right. So Desmond is gone. Here's, whoops, 2 cards. Here's Walters. The cards are very good quality, but sometimes they do stick together when I try to pick them up. They're just so new. All right, 8 is tough, 46. It's out of range. 46 is a liner to short. So Walters trying to go the opposite way, but lines it right to Swanson, 2 down. And here's the pinch hitter, David Dahl. 4 is patient, 93. That's going to be a fly to right. And the Rockies go quietly in the 8th. So we got a new pitcher in for the Rockies. Pitch this 8th inning, kind of a definitely what you would call a mop-up duty. Braves will have 2 lefties in there, but I don't know if the Rockies want to use their lefties or not. I guess they might. They'll go and go with Chris Russin. I think it's pronounced Russin. Another one I should have listened to. I think I've heard people say Russin before, but I believe it's Russin. But any Rockies fans out there can certainly let me know about that. So Russin is in the pitch in the 8th against Freddie Freeman. 9 is tough, 80. Tough 80 against the lefty is a ground ball to short. On away. Here's Acuna. 11 is patient, 03. That's definitely a walk. 1 out walk to Acuna. Here's Markakis. 6 is in play, 52 against a lefty, out of range. Let's pop up to the catcher, Walters. That's 2 away. For Johan Camargo. 9 is tough, 11. That's a strikeout. So the inning is over, and Russin gets through a easy 8th, and I will do what I don't normally do, and that's put an X in the bottom of the 9th, assuming victory. And I think that's a pretty safe bet considering it's 10-5. Coming in for the Braves to pitch in this 9th inning and kind of close things out will be a lefty, Jesse Biddle. So Jesse Biddle is on. He will pitch the 9th. Obviously not a save situation. And he's going to be starting out the top of the order facing Gerardo Parra, lefty on lefty. So Parra, it'll be Parra, LeMahieu, and Blackmon, 2 lefties and a righty. Biddle has a lot of tough here and a lot of patient there. So let's see what wins the day. 8 is tough, and that's an 11. That's a strikeout. So 1 away. LeMahieu. 8 is tough. 62. Tough 62 is going to be a ground ball to third. 2 down, and it's up to Blackmon. Keep it going. 8 is tough again. 57. That's out of range. That's the ground ball back to Biddle. And the ball game is over. So the Braves win pretty much a laugher by the final score of 10-5. Be right back with the totals and the upcoming events right after this brief timeout. Okay, Tabby is finally settled in, so I'm able to do some tallying on the score sheet now. Seems like she's going to give me some peace for a few minutes. And I also got another companion over here. That's why I said it was like Wild Kingdom on Facebook, on the Tabletop Facebook page. There's Gracie. So I got both of these. My wife calls us the 3 amigos up here. So let me go ahead and get the score sheet tallied, and we'll wrap this thing up. Okay, we're back with the gory details. These are unofficial because I wanted to tally these up pretty quickly. Unofficially for the Braves, 10 runs, 13 hits, no errors, and 8 left. For the Rockies, 5 runs, 9 hits, no errors, and 7 left. Winning pitcher was Julio Teheran. The loser was Kyle Freeland. One thing I didn't tally up with the walks. Let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 walks. I felt like it was more than that, but 6 walks. Once I put all this into the Strat-O-Matic computer, it'll spit out the corrected data with all the stats, so I don't have to worry about it anymore. Like I said, I'm doing it this way because I saw Tabletop Earl and Tenacious Earl do this, and I really, at first, thought it was kind of weird, to be honest with you, because we got regular score sheets, but then, after trying it once or twice, yeah, I kind of liked it. And the fact that these already have, or on notebook paper, have these holes, those slide or go right into the 3-ring binder that I'm keeping for the season. So it makes it a whole lot easier for me. And it also saves me some ink of having to print out those score sheets, because I have plenty of this filler paper around, so I might as well make use of it. And that's the reasoning for that. So that completes day 1 of the Pop 10 Payoff Pitch Top 10 season. I'll be playing games 2 and 3 of each of the series of all the games. So I'll be playing the next 10 games offline over the New Year's weekend, and then we'll come back probably sometime right after New Year's with the first game of one of the next series. I'll have to figure out which one to put on. I might list the, in fact, I'll go and do that now, maybe. Let's pull out the schedule, and that way, if there's a particular game that interests anybody, they can let me know in the comments, and I'll see about trying to get that one on. Can't do all of them because it just takes too long, but whatever one gets the most response, I'll do it. Next series is going to be Chicago. Is going to be, and it's, the visiting teams are still on the road, the home teams are still at home. They just swap off and then they switch home and road in Series 3. So it's the White Sox against the Reds. That's a rematch of the 1919 World Series. Seattle's at Boston. Miami is at Atlanta. Tampa Bay is at Philly, a rematch of the 2008 World Series. And Colorado is at San Diego. So those are the matchups for Series 2. If I had my druthers just to looking at it, I think Seattle and Boston or Tampa, Philly are the 2 games that stand out. So, I mean, they could both be good games, depending on how it works out. Chicago, Cincinnati is going to be probably a struggle. But anyway, you can, if you have a particular one that stands out, you can let me know. If not, I'll just pick one and put it out there. But for right now, I'm going to be playing games 2 and 3 of each of the series offline, so I can get those knocked out. And when I come back for the game 4 after the off day, I'll certainly give a recap, show the score sheets, and give any highlights that seem to be necessary, so that we can keep everything going hopefully smoothly and keep everybody abreast of what is going on. So that's going to do it from here. Special shout out to Al, Red Sox fan. That kitty shot was for you. So hope you enjoyed that. Probably might have annoyed the rest of the people, but you know, you can't make everybody happy. But you asked about the kitty, so I wanted to show them or show her to you. So there you go. Everybody else, I apologize if that was a nuisance or a hindrance to everything else. We'll get down to business for future videos, of course. So until next time, enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play, however you choose to play it, and I will see you all down the road.